We are in the digital era where we learn how to swipe before we learn how to sit with boredom. We learn how to present ourselves to the world before we learn how to understand ourselves. The biggest tragedy of digital age isn't that people spend too much time online. It's that many people no longer feel valuable offline. Because when your entire sense of worth depends on digital attention, losing it doesn't just make you feel lonely, it makes you feel unseen. If you have felt that emptiness, I want to know you that you are not broken and you are definitely not alone in this. To understand the trap, who we become the moment the screens go dark, and to figure out how we even got there, we have to begin with the story of Maya. Welcome to the channel, and I am Pramodjal Roy. Maya was a content creator. Her wish was to feel seen, liked and included. So she joined the race of digital media. It wasn't just for shadowy allure of fame, it was for connection. She built a beautiful online presence in few days. With her charming personality and beautiful grace, soft light, calm quotes and a perfect morning. To her followers, she looked like a peaceful, intentional sanctuary. As the day passed, her life showed transition. Behind the scenes, reality began to morph into merry content. At first, Maya didn't notice anything was wrong. To a simple 15-second video about being present, Maya would spend 2 hours waiting for the perfect sunlight to hit her cup of tea before even drinking it. She would record herself meditating but keeping one eye open to check if the recording light was still blinking. She wasn't living anymore. She was collecting fragments of her life for the algorithm. And with every post, the loop tightened. The digital version of Maya was rewarded with likes, shares and comments. But it didn't reward the human Maya sitting alone in her room. Slowly, without even realizing it, she began trading pieces of her own real, raw self just to keep that ghost fed. The consequence, identity, liquidation. One night after hitting a major milestone, her phone unexpectedly died. The screen went black instantly, and in that sudden darkness, the ghost vanished. Maya was left staring at her own reflection in that dead glass. And for the first time in years, she didn't recognize the woman looking back. She looked exhausted, isolated. This is the hidden price of digital ghost identity liquidation. When you spend more time editing your life than living, you outsource your self-worth to a server block miles away. If a post does well, you feel alive. If the engagement drops, you don't just feel unpopular. You feel like you are literally disappearing. The tragedy of digital age isn't just that we waste time online. It's that we stop feeling valuable offline. Maya realized that if she stopped posting, her ghost would fade from the algorithm. But the human Maya would still be stuck in a messy room, completely unequipped to handle her own quiet thoughts. The glitch in our brains. So what is actually happening to Maya's brain? And honestly, to all of ours. Why does social media make us feel exhausted yet so addicted? Science gives us 3 big clues. 1. The stage that never turns off, the spotlight effect. Human beings evolved to live in small tribes. Back then, if the tribe didn't like you, you were cast out into the wild to fend for yourself. Your brain's ancient survival center, the amygdala, is still hardwired to fear social rejection. Social media tricks this ancient part of your brain into believing you are standing on a literal stage in front of millions of people 24 hours a day. Because you feel constantly watched, your brain stays in a state of quiet, constant panic. You aren't just posting a photo. Your brain feels like it's fighting for its social survival. Decision burnout, self-presentation fatigue. Have you ever spent hours editing a video or caption, closed the app and realized you don't even have the energy to decide what to cook for dinner? There is a scientific reason for that. Managing an online image, picking the right filter, the right words, the right angle, takes a massive amount of mental energy. Psychologists call this self-presentation fatigue. You are using up all your brain's daily battery power just to maintain a digital persona, leaving your real life running empty. Rewiring the brain. Rewire rewards path. We have accidentally trained our brains to value the proof of an experience more than the experience itself. Think about it. When you see a beautiful sunset, is your first instinct to breathe it in or pull out your phone? If you don't take a picture, thus a tiny part of your brain feels like the movement didn't even occur. We have rewired our reward system to prefer the digital symbol, the photo, over the real substance, the movement. If the camera doesn't see it, our brain genuinely struggles to process that it actually happened. What is happening in the mind? This isn't just personal, it's psychological. Spotlight effect. The brain behaves as if we are constantly being watched, creating a low-level social anxiety. Self-presentation fatigue. Maintaining an online identity drains mental energy. Making real-life decisions hard. Reward rewiring. The brain starts valuing the photo of an experience more than the experience itself. Over time, attention shifts from living life to documenting it. The way back, reclaiming the self. Maya didn't delete everything. She changed her relationship with it. She chose integration over escape. 20 minutes analog buffer. No screen at the start and end of the day. Just being self first. Intentional delay. Capture moments, but don't post in real time. Live first, share later. Private archive. Keep unfiltered, imperfect moments that never go online, so life isn't measured by approval. Who are you without the screen? At night, when the phone goes dark, the dark self disappears. What remains is the self, without filter, without feedback, without validation. The point isn't to reject technology, it's to remember that it's only a tool, not an identity. You were real before you were online, and you will remain real even when nothing is being posted. Because in the end, the most important version of you is the one that exists when no one is watching.